new to my channel, I'm just a girl who likes reading romance, fantasy romance, paranormal romance, any kind of genre of romance in general. And I also happen to have cerebral palsy, and it would mean the world to me if you would subscribe to my channel. Happy Friday! I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today's video is going to be my June mid-month wrap-up, where I talk about all the books that I read from June 1st to June 15th. The first couple of books I'm gonna go by really quickly and just tell you my ratings on them because I have videos on them. But the first 3 books I talked about in a new to me author video, Melissa Foster. I'll link that video down in the description below. It's her first 3 books in her Redemption Ranch series. The first book is called The Trouble with Whiskey. I give that book 4 stars. Second book in that series is a novella. It's called Sully. I read it. I just don't know what to rate it because it was only 40 pages. But you need to read that book in order to read book 2 in the series. Number 3 in that series is called Love of Whiskey. I also gave that book 4 stars. I'll link my Melissa Foster author binge down below in the description. If you want to know my full thoughts on these books, please go check it out. The next couple of books are part of what I thought of the new releases in romance videos. The first book was The Unwanted Marriage by Katrina Mora. I give that book 5 stars. It's my favorite book by Katrina Mora. Love Me Today by A.L. Jackson. I gave that book 4 stars. Forbidden Hearts by Corinne Michaels. I give that book 5 stars. What We Broke by Marley Valentine. I read this book because of Caitlin from The Love Librarian, and I gave that book 5 stars. Good as Gold by Serena Bowen. I gave 3 stars. The Ravenhood series by Kate Stewart. Cheyenne from That Tall Book Girl and Jess at Honest Fiction were doing a read-along, and I wanted to be a part of it, so I binged all 3 books in the series. And Flock is about Cecilia, who goes to spend the summer with her dad, with her estranged father, and then there she meets a mechanic named Seth and his best friend Damien, and it's sort of like a secret society revenge plot, a romance trilogy. That's all I can tell you because I don't want to spoil anything. But the first book, Flock, I gave 4 stars. The second book in that series is called Exodus. I gave 5 stars. I cried so much in Exodus. Now I know why people cry at that sentence. We love rainy days, don't we, baby? It wrecked me. Called Finish Line. I gave that 4 stars. Next, I read The Lunar Witch Chronicles by Mary Mystery. I read this book because of Hannah Blackwell for the Once Upon a Readathon. She loves this series. And here we follow Neela. I can't pronounce the heroine's name, but she is a lunar witch, and her high priestess of her coven was murdered, and they all think that the heroine is the one that murdered the high priestess. So she gets banished from her coven, and she hides away in this pirate ship. These pirates are filled with mythical creatures. Now, a lunar witch is supposed to be blessed with a harem, and the heroine doesn't have her harem. But when she gets on this boat, the guys know that she is their fated mates. But she doesn't know that, and she's just trying to be on this boat, trying to figure out who killed her high priestess, trying to exact vengeance. But the people in her harem are like a mage, a fae, 2 shifters, a vampire, and a mermaid. It's a YG romance. The first book, Traitor, which 4 stars. The second book, Liar Witch, I gave 4 stars. And the third book, Pirate Witch, I also gave 4 stars. Next, I did a reread of Magic Bites by Alona Andrews. If you don't, Magic Bites is the first book in the Kate Daniels series, and I love Kate Daniels. I love Alona Andrews, and Kate Daniels was the first paranormal romance series I read by her. I first heard about Kate Daniels when I saw Lacey's video like a couple years ago where she talks about it. But if you haven't read the Kate Daniels series by Alona Andrews, please go listen to the graphic audio version. It's amazing. The first book, Magic Bites, is about Kate, who finds out her mentor, since she was younger, has been murdered. Her mentor is a magic wielder from this, like a guardianship society, and Kate finds out he has been murdered. So she tries to figure out who murdered her mentor and her only sense of family. But in doing so, she gets caught up in this feud between vampires and shifters, and she tries to figure out the murder, and it's just so good. It's so nostalgic. Please, if you haven't read Kate Daniels, please try the graphic audio. It was amazing. 2 books by A.L. Cotton. The first book was Break the Ice, and here we have Aurora, whose boyfriend, who's a hockey player, cheats on her with her best friend. So she breaks up with her boyfriend, goes to college to try and reconnect with her older brother, and she ends up staying with her older brother and his teammates. And Aurora doesn't have a good relationship with her mother because she doesn't make Aurora feel good about her body. She's always putting her down about her body weight. And her brother just up and left Aurora with her mother because her brother doesn't have a good relationship with her mother either. So when he left, their relationship was kind of strained. So she ends up living with her brother again. And her brother tells one of the hockey players, Noah, to look out for his sister while he's not there. And Aurora and Noah get off on the wrong foot because Aurora heard Noah say that Aurora wasn't his type, but just wants to apologize to Aurora because he didn't mean for her to hear that. So he tries to get in her good graces, and Aurora tries to stay away from him, but he convinces Aurora to give him a chance at friendship, and then it develops into something more because they bond over their messed up relationship with their parental figures, because Noah has a bad relationship with his dad also. So it's a brother's best friend romance. Noah gets Aurora to feel differently about her body, to see that she's beautiful the way she is. And what I like about their relationship is it's not a fix-all. Once they get into their romantic relationship, it's not a fix-all. Aurora still has problems with her body image, but she's learning to cope with it and looking at her body image differently. When Aurora's mom sends her diet pills, Noah blows the gasket. He throws the diet pills away. I just loved how Noah worshipped Aurora's body and how he made her feel. I give this book 4 stars. Next, I read On Thin Ice, and I had the audio arc. I gave this book 5 stars. And this is about Mason, and I forgot the
heroine's name is Harper.
Mason and
it's about Mason and Harper.
They get off on the wrong foot because Mason assumes that the heroine is just a puck bunny and just trying to. Well, Puck Bunny is a person who pretends to like hockey just in order to get with the hockey players. So they immediately get off on the wrong foot. Mason is quick to judge her, but they're friends. They have the same friend group, and they keep bumping into each other, and the heroine gets a job at Mason's younger brother's after-school program. Mason's younger brother has autism, so she starts to see Mason starts to see the heroine in a different light, but she is the coach's daughter, so they're not supposed to be together. They have their relationship a secret from the coaches. And what I liked about this one is that the heroine found the family she was looking for in Mason's family. Like, she did not have a good relationship with her dad. Her dad completely ignores her existence, and her mom is constantly making excuses for her dad's behavior, so she didn't have a good relationship with her parents. And I'm glad she found family with Mason's family and her friends, because I love her connection with Mason's younger brother and Mason's mother. The last 2 books I read were 2 books by Britt Benson. It's her The Next Life duet. If I'm getting an arc, Britt Benson.
I just wanted to get a feel for the author's writing style. That's what I meant by preparing.
Her other 2 books in order for me to prepare for her arc, but it's basically about Lemon and how her relationship with her best friend's older brother. Her best friend's older brother has a bad boy reputation, and her best friend Claire does not like her older brother, so there's a bit of contention there. But Lemon starts to see a different side of the brother. I can pronounce his name. When he starts working at the place she volunteers at, she realizes there is more to Mason than what he shows on the outside. And so they begin a friendship. Eventually their friendship turns into more, but she's seeing somebody there. So there is a little bit of cheating in there, but she breaks up. When things start to get serious with her best friend's brother, she breaks up with her boyfriend. But Lemon and the love interest find out that their parents are getting married, and so they are step-siblings. The hero has a drinking problem. So something happens at prom night where they are separated. That's the first book in the series, The Love of My Next Life. I gave 4 stars. The second book in that series, I don't remember the title. I'll put the picture up here, but I gave that book 5 stars. Those are all the 19 books I read in the first half of June. Please let me know down in the comments below if you have read any of these books. I would love to know. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. That would mean the world to me. And I'll see ya Monday. Bye.